It's your under degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright. Set the stage, Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
We're gonna run this back one more time. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here.
Oh, by now. It's your under degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the views. I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright. Set the stage, Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow, the secrets I know. Drama with flair, I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling 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 and sipping this tea.
Double tap that screen for me, y'all. What's up, Diamond Gang? I'm back. I'm back. Y'all know I've been covering the Epstein files. We getting ready to get into some things, and I'm going to show you guys some things. The DOJ, while Trump was getting rid of your girl Kristi Noem, the DOJ was quietly uploading those files that they removed with Donald Trump's name on it. So we about to get into it. I'm going to show y'all how this war that's presently going on is connected to Epstein. I'm going to show y'all a few things. Y'all know Lutnick. Y'all know Bill Gates is set for their depositions. They're coming up. I will be covering that as well. We're going to get straight into it. I'm going to pull up my screen. Yeah, they real sneaky. The DOJ real sneaky. But I'm going to show y'all all of this mess that was going on. It was a distraction. Everything that was going on in Minneapolis, a distraction. This war is a distraction. Let's go. And I'm going to take y'all back.
I'm just devastated over what's happened. He's been a friend for a long time. A great guy.
Was he at your wedding?
Great guy. He was at my wedding.
Have you ever had a personal relationship with Donald Trump?
What do you mean by personal relationships?
Have you socialized with him?
Did y'all not just hear Donald Trump say that he's a great guy? He was his friend. Okay, let's go.
Sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever socialized with Donald Trump in the presence of females under the age of 18?
Though I'd like to answer that question.
Why didn't he answer that question, gang? It's a simple yes or no. He said underage girls. He said he would like to answer the question. I'm telling y'all, all of this stuff that's going on is a distraction. You can run, but you can't hide. What you do in the dark always come to the light. Let's go.
At least today, I'm going to have to assert my 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendment rights, sir.
As a lawyer, I know that you can prove cases with circumstantial evidence. You don't always need the smoking gun. What we do know is that a significant number of powerful men, our current president, some of his cabinet secretaries, tech billionaires like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and others were very mixed up with Epstein at different times. And Epstein seems to have been very mixed up with Russia.
Did y'all hear that? With Russia. With Russia.
We also know that there is a cover-up afoot at the Department of Justice. The MAGA Department of Justice is trying to shield Trump.
The gas prices is going up because of the war that's going on, Joe. I said that a couple of lives back.
From something in the Epstein files. We know that documents in the files about President Trump that should be released have not been released. Sometimes.
I'm going to tell y'all right now, Congress put the pressure on the DOJ. They put that pressure on like no other.
With a little imagination, you have the chance to see what's right in front of your face.
At the first one of these ridiculous series of hearings on Minnesota, I brought up the dozens.
Sorry, I said Minneapolis earlier. Minnesota. It's all a cover-up.
Of horrific ongoing corruption scandals in the Trump administration, but I know we're very scared of Donald Trump, so we won't be talking about those. But those are the things that we should be investigating on the Oversight Committee. Now we have another one, the Department of red-handed withholding explosive and credible FBI witness interviews of a woman who accused Donald Trump of sexually assaulting her when she was a minor. And we will be
going over it. So gang, enlarge y'all screens and get y'all screenshots because I got it. Get y'all screenshots. Get ready.
Shouldn't we hold a hearing on that? Shouldn't Pam Bondi be here, forced to testify why she is violating?
Pam Bondi is next. They putting the pressure on her. They getting ready to get her in front. In center, front and center, Pam Bondi, yes.
Violating the law that Congress passed, the Epstein Files Transparency Act, nearly unanimously, along with this committee's subpoena. But since the Republican majority instead wants to have a conversation about Minnesota, then let's do that. The Trump-Epstein regime's deployment of thousands of ICE agents, Donald Trump's personal secret police force, is a fact.
This right here, what was it? What was it, gang? A distraction. This was nothing but a distraction.
Fascist disgrace. These untrained agents terrorized the people of Minnesota, violated their rights, and even shot them dead in the streets.
I believe that America.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Because he getting ready to tell just how Epstein was tied and what's going on as far as this war. They blackmailing Trump right now. Listen up.
American government is sort of trapped by the Israelis.
Did y'all hear that? We are trapped by the Israelis. Listen up.
Jeffrey Epstein is one of their tools to trap them.
And what do you think of Dershowitz's denial?
Hold on a second. I want to give you an example. Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, Ehud Barak, met Arafat in the 90s, and there was no deal. The reason was Epstein. They were being blackmailed by Epstein. Ehud Barak was also a friend of Epstein, the prime minister of Israel at the time. But he was being blackmailed by the Israeli right wing as well. And they stopped.
I told y'all a couple lives ago that he was being blackmailed, that they had photographs, they had different items from the Epstein files. I told y'all this.
An agreement with Arafat. They were about to reach an agreement there for a two-state solution, but that was stopped because of Epstein. They were both being blackmailed by Epstein.
And so Jeffrey Epstein, in a way, presumably being used as a tool by the Israelis, helped to change the course of history in this region I'm speaking to you from.
Of course, a change thing, and they trapped a number of U.S. presidents by using Jeffrey Epstein. And it wasn't only about sex, it was also the money issue. Where was the money coming from? But everything is stuck over Gaza.
Didn't I tell y'all this? I'm going to run this back. I'm going to run this back.
And I believe the Israelis have the American government captive due to what happens with Epstein, or what happened in the past with Epstein. Rupert Murdoch, newspaper, Wall Street Journal, put out that card or something, a birthday card Trump sent to Epstein.
You said they didn't mention Trump?
Where do you think?
You said they didn't mention Trump? Here we go right now. Here we go, Sean. Here we go, Sean. You don't remember that birthday card Trump sent to Epstein? Let's go.
They got it from. And I don't think.
Let me take that back. Let me take that back for the people in the back.
Money.
Let's go. Let's take it back. Let's take it
The
back,
law.
gang. Let's take it back.
Secret police force.
Let's go. Let's go.
Clinton, President Bill Clinton, Ehud Barak, met Arafat in the 90s, and there was no deal. The reason was Epstein. They were being blackmailed by Epstein. Ehud Barak was also a friend of Epstein.
I told y'all the Israelis had pictures of Trump from the Epstein files that they threatened to release. I told y'all a couple of live streams ago.
The prime minister of Israel at the time, but he was being blackmailed by the Israeli right wing as well. And they stopped an agreement with Arafat. They were about to reach an agreement there for a two-state solution, but that was stopped because of Epstein. They were both being blackmailed by Epstein.
And so Jeffrey Epstein, in a way, presumably being used as a tool by the Israelis helped to change the course of history in this region.
Of course, a change thing, and they trapped a number of U.S. presidents by using Jeffrey Epstein. And it wasn't only about sex, it was also the money issue. Where was
And no, by no means am I a conspiracy theorist. I don't believe in none of that. But this right here, yeah, I believe it.
the money coming from? But everything is stuck over Gaza. And I believe the Israelis have the American government captive due to what happens with Epstein, or what happened in the past with Epstein. Rupert Murdoch, newspaper, Wall Street Journal, put out that card or something, a birthday card Trump sent to Epstein. Where do you think they got it from? And I don't think Trump wants to continue this war or the genocide. I think it's...
Did y'all hear that? He don't want to, but he got to. Let's go.
the Israelis holding him back.
Photos showing Donald Trump with girls of an uncertain age?
No. Now we getting ready to get into the lies of Patel, the lies of Bondi. They lied. Let's go.
How do you know that?
Because that information would have been brought to light by multiple administrations and FBI investigators over the course of the last 20 years.
Well, you know what? That's just not true because...
What did he say? What did he say? If there was anything in the Epstein files, they would have started investigating. They didn't. What they did was they removed them. Anything with Trump's name on it, they removed it.
No one knew about the creepy birthday message that Donald Trump wrote to Jeffrey Epstein until the Wall Street Journal disclosed it. And then all of a sudden, the Epstein estate provides it to Congress.
Well,
so certainly, you weren't there at the search. You don't know what Epstein may or may not have done with those photographs even prior to the search. Maybe someone has it. Maybe the Epstein estate has it.
You raise a great point.
So I'm going to ask you, have you asked to talk to Michael Wolff?
You raise a great point. I haven't personally asked to talk to Michael Wolff.
Has the FBI asked?
But the FBI, I'll get...
Caught in a lie. Patel, once again, caught in a lie. Bondi's up next. Let's go.
Back to you if the FBI specifically
so Michael Wolff has
ever...
about 100 hours of testimony of Jeffrey Epstein. Wouldn't it be good for the FBI to interview Michael Wolff?
I'm not saying they haven't. I just don't know.
Has FBI subpoenaed the tapes that Michael Wolff...
He sound like his girl, Christy. I don't know. He sound like Christy, gang.
...has conducted of Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know.
All right. So if you could provide us an answer, that would be terrific.
Sure.
Well, let me ask you this question then. Have you looked at all the photos in Epstein files?
I have looked at all the information that the investigators who investigated this case have provided to run out credible leads.
And in the Epstein file, was there that creepy birthday message that Donald Trump had written to Epstein?
But that's what I was trying to tell you. You raise a great point. The estate of Jeffrey Epstein has a voluminous amount of information that they have not released before.
Okay, so that's great. So wouldn't it be great if FBI subpoenaed the estate of Jeffrey Epstein for all that information?
The estate is under no obligation to provide that material, even pursuant to a subpoena. That's a great point.
Yeah, that's just false.
Okay.
That's just false. You're the frickin' FBI. You can subpoena the information from the estate. And
But Tell, once again, just making stuff up off the top of his dome, just like Christy. Let's go.
you better do that.
To say there's no evidence in the Epstein files that Donald Trump has committed a crime simply is not true.
Not only is there a quite real chance at this point that the Attorney General perjured herself and knew better.
Pam Bondi, let's go. She's next. I guarantee you guys, she's next.
But this could go quite far through the rest of the MAGA Department of Justice. This individual who allegedly was assaulted by Donald Trump as a young teenager, was interviewed over and over again.
Gang, all I'm asking, can y'all please smash the like for me? That's all I want is a like. Please. Thank you.
You don't do that with a crank witness with something that has no merit to it from the very get-go.
Again, for the people that's just coming in the door, yesterday, when Trump decided to get rid of Kristi Noem, the DOJ was uploading these files. Okay? Just a minute ago, I just showed you guys how it was connected to the war. So if you didn't see it, I recommend whoever's in here, go back. Please go back and replay this.
So every part of this looks like it is a lead and looks like it is evidence against Donald Trump, and that makes the Attorney General's statement false.
Democrats are now introducing articles of impeachment against Pam Bondi for her cover-up of the Epstein files. Representative Shri Thanadar,
She's next, Diamond Gang. She is next.
a Democrat from Michigan, introduced these articles of impeachment yesterday on Thursday, and he said in a press release that he's introducing 3 articles of impeachment, charging her with obstruction of Congress.
But here's the deal. Because everybody is Republican, it's going to be hard to do. But I don't care. Congress is going to keep their foot on their necks. They are.
Dereliction of duty and obstruction of justice, and weaponizing and politicizing the Department of Justice. He added that Bondi is, quote, illegally withholding millions of Epstein files, also saying her conduct is a spit in the face to survivors everywhere, and we cannot allow it to continue. Now, unfortunately, this is an extreme long shot because Republicans control Congress. They control the House, they control the Senate. Of course, Donald Trump is president, so it's probably not likely to happen, but it should. And if we vote for Democrats in 2026, maybe it can. The House Oversight
Believe me, I think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have to wait.
Committee has voted to subpoena Pam Bondi to testify about Epstein. And
just like some of the Republicans turned on Kristi Noem, they could turn on Pam Bondi.
The investigation, and even Republicans voted to subpoena her. So who knows? Maybe she will be impeached one day, and maybe Republicans will get on board because of how brazen the cover-up has been.
People need to understand what happened here. There was someone who has accused the president of the United States of assaulting her at 13. And she was interviewed by the FBI not once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times. That means obviously.
So y'all mean to tell me that it was by mistake? They're claiming by mistake they redacted those particular files. I don't believe it. I don't. Get y'all screens, get y'all phones ready, and get y'all screenshots ready. You guys will be able to screenshot what this particular victim said in this interview with the FBI.
The FBI took it very seriously. There is no indication that they think she is mentally unstable. No indication in the notes that there's anything wrong with her. And the FBI chooses to release one of those interviews where Donald Trump is not mentioned, but chooses to cover up and not release 3.
Let me tell y'all, they released that one single one by mistake. Somebody slipped up, somebody messed up.
Those interviews. And it's only Roger Sellenberg's excellent reporting that uncovers that they actually produced these 4 interviews to Maxwell, but they have not produced them to the American people. It is a huge cover-up. So,
and that's crazy that Ghislaine Maxwell got a chance to see him before we did.
And by the way, it's such impressive reporting, the kind of associations you have to do with all these pages, putting them together to figure out exactly what happened here. And then Congressman Garcia goes over and takes a look at the files and confirms what everyone thinks is going on here. So this is a violation of law that they're not releasing these files. These files clearly involve Donald Trump. And going forward, is there anything possible to extract this information from this Bondi Justice Department?
Yes, there's the legal route. As you remember, Thomas Massie and I asked for a special master for this very reason. And the judge did not say that that was unreasonable. He just said you need to file a lawsuit, or survivors need to file a lawsuit. So there is the Southern District of New York
possibility. There's a possibility that Thomas and I are talking to in Congress to build a bipartisan coalition to say, look, it's not just these three.
Diamond Gang, this was prior to. I'm just showing you guys how hard they worked to get these files released.
Interviews that concern Donald Trump. There has been now reporting that 90 survivor statements have not been released just by a review of these files. And we're not even talking about the redactions. They just have not produced these things. But for viewers who've been watching your show and who know that you were instrumental in all of this by introducing me to Bradley Edwards, making sure that we got the survivors. For those who've been following it.
Introducing you on TV.
On TV. But I mean, I was coming.
Get ready, because they're about to turn on each other. They are about to turn on each other and tell what they know, although they were dealing with Jeffrey Epstein at different times.
Into the studio, and one of your other anchors at MSNBC didn't know the whole story. I said, no, that's how we got all the survivors. That's how we got the public pressure to get this out. But they should know that you basically have 3 interview memorandum with someone who's accusing the president of the United States, and those aren't produced. I mean, put aside what you think of the claims. Why are they hiding it? If there's nothing to it, why aren't they producing it?
Overnight.
Now, remember, just a week ago, Trump said he was exonerated. He made up that whole lie and told the whole world he was exonerated. But this is the president.
Under pressure from lawmakers who said it failed to release all Epstein-related files, the Department of Justice quietly posted 3 previously withheld FBI interview reports from
quietly while Kristi Noem was being terminated. They didn't announce it either.
2019, those reports contain uncorroborated allegations made against President Trump. Those files were initially missing from the more than 3 million pages of Epstein records released by the DOJ in January and were flagged by Democratic lawmakers who accused the department of holding them back to protect the president. The DOJ says they were mistakenly coded as duplicates. That's how they were.
Duplicates. They were coded as duplicates. And believe me, gang, this is not about Democrat, Republicans, because they both was in there. They both were playing around with Jeffrey Epstein.
Aren't released. According to these newly released reports, the FBI interviewed a woman about Jeffrey Epstein 4 times back in 2019. And in her second interview with investigators, she claims Epstein introduced her to Trump, who she alleges abused her when she was between the ages of 13 and 15 years old. Trump has denied any wrongdoing related to his relationship with Epstein or any knowledge of Epstein's crimes. And there are questions about the woman's claims, including the timeline. The alleged interactions took place in the early 1980s when Trump and Epstein did not appear to be in contact. In a follow-up FBI interview, the woman did not provide additional details about the alleged interactions with Trump when she was asked by investigators. Last month, the Justice Department said that some of the documents released in the Epstein files, quote, contain untrue and sensationalist claims made against President Trump that were submitted to the FBI right before the 2020 election. But the DOJ is still facing questions about why these and other documents were withheld in the first place. The department released hundreds of additional pages of
And that's where I'm at. Why? If there's nothing to hide and the story sounds off, evidently they thought she was credible if they interviewed this woman 4 times. 4 times. Not once, not twice. 4 times.
Epstein files overnight, again, weeks after it previously claimed that all the documents required by law had been made public.
Oh, the other weird thing about that house.
This is Maria Farmer. Remember, she was one of the first individuals to go to the police. And I'm going to let y'all hear how the FBI treated her. They played her.
Which was very disturbing to me, thinking about children going in now that I think about it. Because you think about this, when I was going to that house, those little girls they were in diapers. The ones that were raped in Florida, they weren't even born. And they were 3. Like Virginia was just a few years old when I was going down there. And everything that I told the FBI and that they knew to be factual, they ignored. And then let all those.
Did y'all hear that? They ignored. She went to the police when she found out that her sister was being abused by Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell.
Little girls. So that's the part of it that I think has made me sick, like have cancer. other than Randy Bowie. I think it's that fact that they are not, that the FBI was in on it. And I honestly, after this experience, I think the FBI was created to protect these people.
Well, the
that control
FBI
everyone.
historically
I honestly God,
has always run interference for organized crime. Like J. Edgar Hoover never pursued the mob, and Wexner's tied to that same mob that he was covering up. You know what I mean? So,
oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, so it goes way back, pretty much to the beginning of the FBI.
Okay.
So yeah,
well, I took it personally.
Yeah, that's definitely why.
Yeah.
So
the other thing, I'm jumping around, but while we're on the subject of the FBI, I just want to explain the level of abuse I've endured. So basically, when I told them everything, I was on the phone for 45.
Remember, gang, I told you she was an artist. The paintings, Bill Clinton in that blue dress. She did the majority of that artwork. The artwork that was in Zorro Ranch. Maria is a painter. And he asked her to make weird paintings all the time.
5 minutes with my first report, right after talking to the NYPD. As we're getting off the phone, he says, "Don't tell anybody." Who says that to someone? And not only that, I had asked, "Are you going to do anything to protect me or anything?" And they said, no.
That was the FBI. She said the FBI told her, "Do not tell anybody." Let's go.
You, Donald Trump. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it so happens that on the day he fires Kristi Noem, the DOJ quietly releases the most damaging Epstein file yet. The official 302 form. That is the interview they
That's coming up next, gang. Get ready.
had with the accuser, who said that Donald Trump abused her when she was between the ages of 13 and 15. Tonight, for the first time, we have the document where she first revealed the accusation to the FBI. And I'll tell you what, it's graphic and it's disgusting, but it's even more because she provides information that, to me, makes these accusations real. First and foremost, she described business dealings that Donald Trump discussed along with Epstein, including using his casino to wash money. This sounds a lot like Donald Trump when you know him. She said that he seemed jealous of Jeffrey Epstein, and that stayed in her mind.
And guess what? I could believe it.
We have an important update right now. The Justice Department has published the 3 interviews between a woman who accused Donald Trump of abusing her when she was a child and the FBI. These interviews were previously withheld by the Justice Department. Now CNN has confirmed they are on the Justice Department's website. I found them. I read through them. We're going to go through them together.
Trigger warning. I got to say trigger warning, y'all, for anybody out there that's been through any type of abuse. Let's go.
Caveat before I go any further, it's unclear whether or not the FBI continued this investigation. It's not known what the FBI's finding was as a result of this investigation. And as a result, we don't know whether they've been corroborated or not. These are the raw FBI 302 interviews. The first interview, which was the lengthy one, was conducted on August 22nd, 2019. In this interview, this woman says that Jeffrey Epstein introduced her to Donald Trump between the ages of 13 to 15 years old. She was, quote, introduced to someone with money. It was Donald Trump. Apparently, Trump did not like that she was a tomboy. And then this is the accusation that she makes against Donald Trump, saying that Trump mentioned something to the effect of, "Let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be." He then
Please hit the like, gang. I'm asking y'all, please just hit the like. That's it. That's all. Hit that like.
unzipped his pants and put her head down. Trump struck her and said to the words to the effect of, "Get this little the hell out of here." Further along in the interview, this woman also says that she knew that Donald Trump knew of Epstein's blackmail of other people. This was the first interview of 3 that were conducted. The second one was conducted later in August and the third in October. These interviews were previously withheld from the public.
Hit the like. I got a female that's getting ready to start going into more details. Please hit the like. That's it. I'm not asking for super chats, none of that. Memberships, none of that. Hit the like, gang.
We now have them. There are more documents that the Justice Department also published. I'm going to continue going through them. I'll let you know what I find. And I won't stop until all the victims, all the survivors, get justice and accountability. Spread the word, follow for more.
Okay, we have some really serious breaking news.
Hit the like, gang.
Department of Justice just released 3 interviews between the FBI and a woman who accused President Trump of sexually abusing her when she was 13 years old. We're going to go through what she said, but trigger warning, it is disturbing. So this is what the FBI wrote.
Thanks for the ones that hit the like. I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel, please.
Epstein took her off the island when she was between 13 to 15 years old. She was introduced to someone with money. It was Donald Trump. Apparently, Epstein and Jane Doe were with others to include Trump in a very tall building with huge rooms. Then it says Trump did not like Jane Doe from the get-go. He didn't like that I was a boy-girl, referencing to the fact that she was a tomboy. And it seems like they were all in a room together, because then it says they all exited when Trump asked everyone to leave the room. And this is really graphic. Trump mentioned something to the effect of, "Let me teach you how little girls are supposed to be." Trump unzipped his pants and put Jane Doe's head down to his penis. Jane Doe bit the shit out of it.
Hit the like. Hit the like. That's it. That's all. I'm asking y'all.
Then it says Trump struck Jane Doe and said words to the effect of, "Get this little bitch the hell out of here." Jane Doe advised that she bit Trump's penis because he disgusted her. She said he had money and it reeked off of him. Then,
do y'all understand why they removed these files? Do y'all get it? I hope so.
Jane Doe, after describing this very violent interaction, recalls a blonde, beautiful woman approaching her at some point the day after her interaction with Trump. The woman said, "Let me give you a tip, little girl, about your breasts," where
not only does Bill Gates, Lutnick, I believe Trump's wife needs to be questioned as well. Hillary was questioned. Why can't she be questioned? She was around for a lot of this. She met Trump through Epstein. Believe me when I say that.
bra every night, and those words have stayed with her throughout the years. Then she describes some observations she's had about Trump and Epstein's relationship. So it says, Jane Doe got the feeling that the relationship between Epstein and Trump included a certain amount of jealousy. She thought Trump appeared jealous of Epstein, but at some point they ended up on level playing fields. Then this is really disturbing. Trump and Epstein sometimes use the terms fresh meat, untainted, and not jaded while referring to girls. And this was obviously a longer interview, but this part also stuck out to me. Epstein talked about blackmailing people in front of Jane Doe. Jane Doe was confident that Trump knew Epstein blackmailed people because she heard Epstein and Trump talking about it. Then it says Jane Doe stated she knew Trump had illegal building permits. She heard him, Trump, talking about washing money through casinos. And apparently number 6 is Donald Trump's favorite.
And y'all know darn well that's what he's known for. Trump then got in trouble for a lot of different things.
Number. She wasn't sure how she knew that, but she had heard it at some point. Then Jane Doe stated that Epstein's blackmailing of her mother ruined my family. This was a really disturbing interview and pretty random of the Justice Department to just drop this on a random Thursday night. And just to really make the point, there was no indication of what the FBI's conclusion was from these interviews. We don't even know if they conducted an investigation after this. But what we do know is that this interview was...
And that part is the sad part, because if anything, he should have been investigated. That's just the bottom line.
Conducted in 2019. There are more files that are expected to be dropped, so the newsgirls will
get y'all pictures. If y'all want this, this is it. This is it. Screenshot it. Do what you got to do. This is it. The next page is coming up. Enlarge y'all screens and get y'all screenshots if y'all want to read it. Because I'm not reading this disgusting stuff. Page 2. Oh, let me go back. That wasn't enough time to screenshot that one. Let's do it again, gang.
A woman approaching her at some point the day after her interaction with Trump. And it says Jane Doe stated
I want y'all to be able
to just drop this on a random Thursday night. And just to really make the point, there was no indication of what the FBI's conclusion was from these interviews. We don't even know if they conducted an investigation after this. But what we do know is that this interview was conducted in 2019. There are more files that are expected to be dropped, so the newsgirls will...
Second page. Get y'all screenshots if y'all want to read it. Double tap that screen for me, y'all. Come on. All right, let's go to page 3. I'm going to pause it here. Screenshot it if you want it. Here we go. Screenshot it if you want it, gang. If you want it. All right, now we get ready to get into Lutnick and Bill Gates. One more page.
I think one of the things that's important here to know is it's just kind of strange how many Trump cabinet officials are involved in this Epstein thing.
Listen to this list, y'all. Trump cabinet members. Let's go.
So you have Alex Acosta, who is the prosecutor in Florida, who gives Epstein a sweetheart deal, becomes Trump's labor secretary in the first term. And now you have Trump's commerce secretary, clearly at a minimum, lied to the American people and to his boss, Donald Trump, about the extent of his relationship with Epstein. Just very strange. Of all the people in the world, why does Trump keep selecting for his cabinets people who have very close relationships with Jeffrey Epstein? Weird.
We have breaking news on how Congress is dealing with the Epstein scandal. Number one, Trump's embattled commerce secretary, who was caught lying about visiting Epstein Island, has agreed to testify again.
I will be covering this when Lutnick go up and when Bill Gates go up. And if Pam Bondi, I will be covering it.
He has spoken to some degree about Epstein. He was also Epstein's former neighbor. And the Oversight Committee has a new letter out tonight calling on a range of new witnesses to agree to testimony. It is a demand letter, and they have subpoena power if they want to raise the stakes. And it includes a host of people, including former Obama White House lawyer Kathy Rumler. Her spokesman says she welcomes the opportunity to appear, so that suggests progress. But overall, she is part of 7 new individuals. These would be new witnesses subjected to this interview process, including Bill Gates, Epstein's longtime assistant, Leslie Groff, who we learned from the files was under DOJ scrutiny, and some other big names.
What's next for this investigation? Who else will you be calling in for interviews?
Well, we announced 8 more people today will be coming in, including Leon Black, who was primarily the biggest money transfer to Jeffrey Epstein.
I will be covering Black as well.
From the limited bank records that I've been able to obtain, Leon Black was a major funder of Jeffrey Epstein's personal wealth. So we're going to bring him in. There was a Wall Street Journal about Leon Black where several women had accused Leon Black of wrongdoing. Kathy Rumler was President Obama's general.
Kathy, she had an extensive relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. She was under the Obama administration.
Counsel, who later went on to Goldman Sachs. She communicated with Epstein all the way until the end. She was trying to defend him. Then people like Bill Gates, again, some of the most powerful people in the world who have been named in the Epstein files, we're going to bring them all in. And we're going to ask them questions, and I hope it's in a professional manner. I hope we can do it quickly, and I hope we can get the truth to the American people and hold anyone accountable that we find committed crimes.
Period. Let me take y'all back one more time, because I don't care what nobody say. This is why we're in war right now.
Forced to testify why she is violating.
This is why.
I believe that the American government is sort of trapped by the Israelis. Jeffrey Epstein is one of their tools to trap them.
And what do you think of Dershowitz's denial?
When I told y'all the Israelis had pictures, y'all didn't believe me. Let's go.
And hold on a second. I want to give you an example. Bill Clinton, President Bill Clinton, Ehud Barak, met Arafat in the 90s, and there was no deal. The reason was Epstein. They were being blackmailed by Epstein. Ehud Barak was also a friend of Epstein, the prime minister of Israel at the time. But he was being blackmailed by the Israeli right wing as well. And they stopped an agreement with Arafat.
You're entitled to your opinions. Just please do not be disrespectful. RAI, what's up, baby? Don't be disrespectful. That's all.
They were about to reach an agreement there for a 2-state solution, but that was stopped because of Epstein. They were both being blackmailed by Epstein.
And so Jeffrey Epstein, in a way, presumably being used as a tool by the Israelis, helped to change the course of history. in this region I'm speaking to you from?
Of course, a change thing. And they trapped a number of U.S. presidents by using Jeffrey Epstein. And it wasn't only about sex, it was also the money issue. Where was the money coming from? But everything is stuck over Gaza.
Pay attention, Diamond Gang.
And I believe the Israelis have the American government captive due to what happens with Epstein, or what happened in the past with Epstein. Rupert Murdoch, newspaper, Wall Street Journal, put out that card or something, a birthday card Trump sent to Epstein. Where do you think they got it from? And I don't think Trump wants.
So they was able to put out the birthday card first. And he said, where do you think they got it from? They got it from the Epstein estate. That's where they're saying that card came from. So they got it before the DOJ got it. Okay.
To continue this war or the genocide, I think it's the Israelis holding him back.
Photos showing Donald Trump with.
I'm going to go ahead and stop it. I'm going to take some comments and then I'm going to go ahead and close out. I appreciate everybody for stopping through. Subscribe to the channel. As long as it's going on, I'm going to cover it. So I'm going to stay on it. I'm telling y'all, Pam Bondi is next. They're going to make it happen. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Want proof that Israel has blackmailed Americans. Like I said in the beginning, what you do in the dark always come to the light. Just like y'all ain't think what was going on with Trump didn't exist. It's out there now. It's out there now. Listen to Hip Hop Police. Call me what you want to call me. Come on, man, with this disrespect. This gotta go. This gotta go. You guys are entitled to your opinions. I'm just asking y'all not to be disrespectful and don't put no crazy stuff in my chat. That's all. We need our government to get Satan out of our hearts and schools first. I agree. Who you calling stupid? I'm hoping not me. That comment gotta go. It gotta go. Sorry. You just can't be disrespectful. You could say however you feel. You could disagree with me. You could say whatever you want to say. Just don't be disrespectful. That's all. You're entitled to your opinion. You have the right to your opinion. That's it. That's all. Let's take a look. Let me take a look at a couple more comments. Hold on. Trump was what? Was forced to drop kick. What? No, you can't put the word that word in there either. Come on, gang. Y'all just doing too much. Y'all doing too much. Let me get this out of here. This is crazy. All right. Let me take a look at a couple more. You're welcome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and read just a couple more comments and then close. These comments. Oh, my goodness. Usher Jimmy's Trump campaigns with Puff Daddy the Allen. Okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Okay. And if you want to challenge me and I'll stand up and defend my country. Hey, Peter, you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. Let's see. Listen in Houston, Texas with Usher and NASA. What's up, Marvin? She met Trump through Epstein and they had sex for the first time. Epstein's I can't with these comments. Come on, gang. Come on. Like, y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop. Okay, you said not according to the Epstein files. I hope you still in here, Marvin. Got him to pray. Hold on. Let me see. Got him to pray all the way from Iran. I can't. Okay, that's it. You know what? That's it. I'm not reading any more of these comments. I'm not. Diamond Gang. If anything else go on, I will cover it later on tonight. It's Friday. Hey, I don't have to work in the morning. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn your notifications on. All opinions are respected. I will drop the link. I drop the link all the time. If you want to come up here, have a conversation, a debate. Last week, I had a whole Iranian hit the link to tell us why they love Trump. So this is an open platform. Okay, you just can't be disrespectful. That's it. That's all. I want to thank my beautiful mods out there. I want to thank my subs, all the people that's just coming in for the first time. Please subscribe to the channel. You won't be disappointed. Okay, that's for sure. You won't. It goes down over here. All right, y'all. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here so I can get ready for tonight's show. Just keep y'all notifications on, and I'm out.
It's your under degree. Sip with me. I'll pour it hot, so hot. I'll pour it sweet, so sweet. Spilling his tea, spilling and sipping his tea, spilling and sipping his tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like.
Hit that like on the way out, please, and thank you.
I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, feeling great, spilling tea. Have a seat and join me. Sip some tea, unwind with me. Let's grab a snack and talk some smack. I'm your girl, I got your back. I got the news, I got the...
EJ, I love you. Thanks. Good job today, bro.
I bet you can't wait, I know you can't wait to sip this tea. Sip this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling and sipping this tea. Spilling this tea. Spilling and sipping 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 this tea. Thanks for watching me, tuning in, subscribing, hitting that like, smash that like. I don't bite, no. It's your under degree, shining bright, set the stage. Hollywood dreams, red carpet scenes, glitter and glow. The secrets I know, drama with flair. I serve it rare. I got the scoop, I got the proof. I know you can't wait.
I love you too, Angela.
You can't wait, so come and escape and sip this tea. Sip with me, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling this tea, spilling this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea, spilling and sipping this tea.
I like y'all.